How introverts communicate differently in different places. Hello guys, this is Santhosh Nimmani. Before going into the topic, if you like my content, please do click on the subscribe button and like this video and share it to someone which may be useful some other people as well. How introverts communicate differently. So I will explain this in 3 different places how introverts basically communicate. The first thing is about talking on the phone. So as an introvert, I can completely tell you one secret about introvert. Whenever someone calls me, I always prefer not to pick the call. There is a tendency that an introvert will not talk much over the call. Even if it is a surprise call, never. I always avoid. Even my dad used to give me a lot of calls from my relatives and all. Suddenly he will give me the call. He will give me the phone. I hate that. In the same way, a lot of introverts over there hate talking over the phone. Then people or the introverts mostly prefer to chat. So for me as well, in chatting as well, if there is something going out of topic or if it is something negative talk, I don't prefer doing that as well. So this is the first place where introverts take it or communicate in a different way. So if you want to talk to an introvert, don't panic if he avoids your call. The second place is where in a general place, like normally you want to talk to a introvert. So there is again a trend. Whenever you want to talk to a introvert, he will talk normally unless you talk about an idea or about a philosophy or something interesting. And he even love to have a heavy conversation, but it should be something interesting and should not be consisting of any rumors or negative conversation. Most of the people or extroverts will get stimulated for having a conversation. It can be negative, it can be anything. But introverts talk the conversations very specific. So think about whenever you're talking about with an introvert, think about what you're going to talk. If a negative talk, he will get bored. And even apart from that, if you're talking about an idea and if you're talking about any interesting topic, definitely introvert will be having a heavy conversation. And introverts basically avoid small talks. As an introvert, I can even relate. If someone is talking about their story or if someone is telling about some interesting thing, so I listen it with focus. But if someone is talking about some negative shit, about some rumors and all, I will never listen to them and I will not talk to them more. Okay. So the third place is about a speaker. If you're a speaker, as an introvert, if you're a speaker or a performer, there is a trend in introvert as well. So what happens with extroverts is, extroverts love to give that to the public and they love when they are around people, right? But introverts are a little bit different in this place. They love expressing themselves and they can also express the best way than extroverts because their ideology and the creativity which introverts has is something more powerful than extroverts. But the point is, if after a speech, after a performance, introverts take their personal time, they will be silent or they will be sitting somewhere quiet. They will not talk to anyone. So there are a lot of examples. If you take Michael Jackson is an introvert. After his performance, he will take some time and he will have his silent time or quiet time somewhere. He will not talk to anyone. In the same way, for any introvert, for me as well, after this video or probably any webinars, anything which I do, I will take some time of mine. That is my personal time or me time. In that moment, I will not do anything. I will just keep calm. I will just observe the nature, or I will just sit quiet. That's it, nothing else. So these 3 places, basically you can observe how introverts communicate differently and behave differently. Thank you. Have a nice day.